What's up, everybody? Damon here, reporting from San Diego Comic-Con 2023 with today's gaming news. There's a lot to get through, so let's get started. Diablo 4 players are upset about the game's latest patch. Some old Call of Duty games have rocketed to the top of the Xbox store, and it looks as though Gundam Evolution will be gone forever later this year. This is your Daily Fix. Diablo 4 isn't exactly an easy grind. Getting to that coveted level 100 takes more than a few nightmare dungeons. But now the whole thing just got a little tougher with the game's latest update. Patch 1.1.0a was released a couple days ago to prepare players for the game's first season, which is out today. But among the changes, it looks as though Activision Blizzard has locked lower level players out of its captain dungeons. Now, why is that so devastating? Well, completing capstone dungeons was a popular way of power leveling low level characters. The idea was simple: grab a high level pal and tag along while they hack and slash their way through the dungeon, netting you a ton of free XP. Unfortunately, Blizzard has put a stop to it, requiring players to be level 40 for the World Tier 3 dungeon and level 60 for its World Tier 4 dungeon. And that's not the only nerf affecting progression. The amount of XP you get for killing high-level monsters has been reduced. Hell tides are now a lot harder too. Throw in additional nerfs across the board to vulnerability damage, critical strike damage, and cooldown reductions, and it all adds up to a much slower game. And Diablo 4 players aren't having it. Some players are suggesting that the nefariously slow leveling process is now far worse, calling it a proper slog. Just don't ask sorcerers how they feel. The class was already in a pretty tough spot as one of the worst for in-game activities. Yeah. Moving on, Call of Duty is seeing a bit of a resurgence recently, and I don't mean last year's Modern Warfare 2. Classics such as Black Ops, Black Ops 2, and the original Modern Warfare 3 have rocketed to the top of Xbox's paid games. And the original Modern Warfare 2 from 2009 is right there at the top. They're even outselling some of Xbox's biggest hits, including Red Dead Redemption 2, Hogwarts Legacy, and Elden Ring. Now, what's led to this sudden resurgence of the classic Call of Duty games? A whole raft of recent improvements to their online multiplayer, as well as numerous other fixes, is thought to be one reason why players are diving back into them. But it's probably because they just got a lot cheaper too. An eye-catching Xbox sale sees some of the titles going for a steal, and that's fueled a massive surge in players over the weekend. Reports suggest that thousands of players flocked to these older Call of Duty games, filling lobbies following reported server fixes. Now, sadly, players are reporting that the age-old trouble with hackers, boosters, and cheaters remains, but if you've been thinking about revisiting your favorite Call of Duty games, now would be a great time. Activision has long said it won't put Call of Duty on Xbox Game Pass, but Microsoft's sudden interest in these old games might change their mind or force Kotick's hand. Either way, it's a good time to rally up your squad and lock and load. Finally, Bandai Namco is shutting down Gundam Evolution just a year after the game launched. Gun damn it! The free-to-play shooter that dives headfirst into the Gundam universe will shut down completely by November 29th, later this year. The game only launched last September on PC, with a console launch a couple months later. Producer Kazuya Maruyama said the announcement is made with great sadness and thanked the players for supporting Gundam Evolution through its admittedly short lifetime. He added, quote, "At the same time, we would like to sincerely apologize to our fans and players." News of the game's shutdown comes just shortly after the end of Season 5, and it looks as though its upcoming Season 6 will still go ahead, becoming the game's final season when it launches on October 25th. Maruyama said, "We will do our best to ensure that our players can enjoy Gundam Evolution to the fullest till the very end." Sales of Evo coins, the game's in-game currency, will come to an end on July 26th, but any coins players have left can still be used until the servers finally close in November. Bandai Namco has confirmed that it won't be refunding any purchases, so make use of them while you still can and enjoy your kick-ass Gundam for a couple months at least. And that's it for today's Daily Fix. What do you think of Diablo 4's most recent update, and will you be diving back into old Call of Duty games this week? Let us know. Don't forget to follow IGN on all your socials. I'm Damon Hadfield, and for all your gaming news, stay tuned to IGN.